Hello everybody, welcome to Red Tool House. On today's video we're going to continue working on our hoop house build, greenhouse, high tunnel, whatever the heck you want to call it. If you're not familiar with this project, if you're new to the channel, I'll link to a playlist up here where we've been working on this monstrosity for a while. But last time we got our siding put on, got our doors put in, I've reinforced the walls, still got a little bit of wobble in them, but good enough. Well, it came to time to making the doors. We decided to go ahead and do half doors. I was a little worried about making a full door out of milled lumber. It'd be pretty heavy. Really don't need that much security that high up. Basically, if we're going to have our chickens in here, just stuff low down to keep the predators out. So looking at going with a half door, you can see I did a Dutch door back there on the west side of the greenhouse, and then here just completed the Dutch door for the east side, just simply using poplar planks that we had milled last month, and then of course just Z-bracing with the some leftover 2x4s I had. And so we'll put our hinges on and hang that, and then above here, the second half of the Dutch door, my plan is to just do a frame and stretch some plastic over it, most likely, or use some plexiglass. We'll see what I got laying around. I should have plenty of greenhouse plastic from my order. So we'll probably stretch that over there and have a Dutch door. And the reason is, again, we talked about having the chickens in here right now until we get into where we're ready to plant. On the west side, where I have this small green space, is where we'll have some electric poultry netting. So we'll let the chickens come in and out. So I debated whether or not to cut pop doors in the side of the greenhouse. And then when I settled on the Dutch door, I thought, well, I can just leave that open. Again, electric poultry netting. Keep the predators from coming in, and it should be low enough. An owl may try to get in there. We'll have to see. That may be too big an opening, but we'll try that first and see. If you're wondering where my help is today, the boys are actually just around the corner there, working on the chicken pasture. They're actually taking down a section of welded wire that we need to put inside here as we start to phase that out. So they're diligently working over there. I haven't heard any screams of anguish yet, so I guess things are going well. Kelly is actually up at the house. Today is her house cleaning day, so we three boys know to get the heck out of the house when she's cleaning, because she can get a little irritable. Glad she doesn't watch these videos. So we're going to stay outside today while she does housework. All right, so just a basic 2x4 frame that we want to do here. Obviously we want it to fit. There we go. Okay, so what we want to do is I want this to open this way, and so I'll put my hinges on the inside. It's a simple cross brace. Now you may notice, Troy, your plastic seems a little thin. Yeah, it would make sense to put the plastic on it first before I put it in, but my greenhouse plastic I haven't cut for the main part here, so I don't want to be cutting a square out of the center of my greenhouse until I know exactly what I have to cover, because that stuff's not cheap. So we'll just stick our hinges here, get it hung, make sure it's going to work, and then I can take it back down and stretch the plastic over it when we're done. Swing and a miss. There we go. Tell you, I thought the wood that I milled is warped. When I have these leftover store-bought 2x4s, they are crazy warped. All right, so that'll work. Again, Not building a clock here, but that'll do what we need to do. Now it's time for the other side. Liam, could you bring that door? You're just going to go? Just bring it to me right here. Ladder to stay up. Yeah. Like it's close that door there if you would, please. You're letting the air out. Latch it. Latch it. Thank you. Guten tight, as they'd say in Germany. All right, so we've got our other door made here. Again, not the sexiest thing in the world, but it does the job. We just get our hinges put in. Now, there's really no method to my madness as to why I wanted this door to open in, other than it's just going to be easier to hang the way my door frame is. And I like the idea that my hinges are on the inside. It let me buy some. Didn't have to necessarily buy outdoor hinges, but I may regret that. They are galvanized, so they just weren't clearly marked as outdoor hinges. But being galvanized, I think they'd be all right. If you've priced hinges lately, you've seen how expensive little suckers are. These little cheap pack of two, I think were like $5. Back in my day. That's why every time I find something with hinges on it that's going in the garbage, I take the hinges off of it first. But I've exhausted my hinge supply. You have to do a little shimming there to trimming up on that frame to. She's hanging a touch, but what is it? Yeah, I got to get better latches. Those aren't going to work too well. Okay, so there's our doors. We got our Dutch doors installed on both sides. Again, we'll take the upper frames off stretched plastic once we get the plastic stretched on there. If you want to see the video where we actually stretch plastic on here and try to get this weathered in, then it'll be right here. It's coming up soon.